Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome, wherever in the world you are. We are going to take off right away. Got a ship worth 10.5 billion that I'm getting out of LoSec here. We're going to do some space trucking today. It's not going to be about this ship primarily.
Drive active.
This is a jump freighter though. And so you always kind of want to move these silently, not, let anybody know what's going on, that kind of thing. Yeah. So they are slow but powerful. Jump freighters are. It's an Anshar. It's very dirty. It's been sitting in the station for probably 4 years. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's been here around 4 years. So I'm moving it into high sec. Now what's a little bit crazy is the only high sec connector here is Udema. So, jump freightering, by the way, is the safest form of flight in the game if you do it right. If you don't do it right, it's not safe, and everybody wants to kill you. They want you on their kill mail, for sure. You don't normally gate these except to go from low sec to high sec. Once in high sec though, I'm going to park it. I am not going to be flying this up to Jita or anything. That's just not the way I do things. Shall immediately take it to a station here before anybody notices what's going on. The alignment on this is what? 15, 16 seconds, which is really, really low for a freighter. It's just how I have it fit. Get back into doing some jump freightering at some point. I probably got to train up a Sino character for industrial Sino. I don't think I've flown this in about 4 years. King Bob, hello. All right, there we go. Making it into the station, okay. So we are going to use a regular freighter today.
Docking request accepted.
And I took 3 characters and transferred everything to this guy. It equals about 100 billion worth of stuff. Obviously we're not going to transport 100 billion worth at a time, but I am going to start doing trucking today, and it's going to be for myself. Yes. Getting things up to Jita so that we can, or I can, start to put stuff on the market. If you guys haven't seen a jump freighter before, it's been a long time since I've flown one, so I figure I'll show it to you here. They're pretty simple. They have no rig slots, they have no medium slots, no high, only lows. And this is a normal fit for me. This is 10.5 billion. the majority of that is the, well, we're not going to find that out here. The majority of that is the hull. Everything here is, else here is pretty normal, except for these prototype jump drives. These are 374 million a piece is what it says. So for speed, the inertial stabilizers for speed and alignment. And then I do have some expanded cargo hold stuff here. I do expand out, okay, so it's a rule for me that I never expand out a a freighter. But a jump freighter I will. Because if you're flying it properly, you don't have any problems. So the only part is if you get, when you're jumping from low sec to high sec, is if you get ganked on the high sec side of the gate. And really, nobody should know that you're coming in there. Obviously, probably the reason that I parked this in low sec was because I was just coming back and probably was doing it on the show. And so I wasn't going to show that I was jumping into Udema as my last thing, because you know that if people knew that was my plans were, they would be set up on the gate to gank me. The EHP in these is, it's a fair amount. It's 547,000 EHP with these in. I wonder what it would be if I brick tanked it. It might be a good question. Probably be around 650,000 EHP, which is a really hard thing to kill. And so the fit is these inertial stabilizers, the expanded cargo holds, and then the prototype jump drives. Now these are expensive. These save on fuel. This is one of the few ships, if you've only flown in high sec all of your life, you will have never encountered the need for fuel. And this does take fuel, and it has a fuel bay here. It takes, I guess my last jump took probably about 15,000 units of oxygen isotopes. And so I just, there we go. All right. So the fuel economizer stuff, it really is worth it. So I can save, I don't know, 40% or so on my fuel. And it doesn't matter what the cost of the modules are in here. These could be, the highest end stuff, or expanded cargo, and these right here could be like Serpentis or something else, to get just that little bit nth degree more. And I've done that before. And see, if you're flying it correctly, it doesn't matter that you're bringing up the value by another billion or two by having those. So this is the one that got shot. I did get shot by a Nyx. And when that happened, it took me down to about 50% of my hull in one shot. I got docked up again. So they tried to alpha me, and they were not quite successful. So, yeah. And you'll notice I don't have any of the bricks in here, because really you don't fly gate to gate with this. If I were to be flying someplace with this now, what I would be doing is I would bring another freighter to here and unload into this and then jump. So that's how I would do it. All right, we're getting out of this ship. And Oh, I forgot that I put a new pod on this guy. Yes. All right, let's hop into a Corvette. We're gonna head up to Jita. I also sometimes use a pod that is very much designed for skills that complement a jump freighter and stuff like, you know, the fastest align and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit faster warp speed, but you don't warp it around very much. Typically, you're warping station to station or station low sec to high sec, and that's about it as far as warping one of those around. You do not fly them gate to gate. There are some people who do, and that is more danger than what I'm willing to do. There are some people who take them all the way right up to Jita, but typically a lot of times I'll have a scout as well. All right, so we're gonna go pick up an Obelisk. And, oh, by the way, it's a skin for the Obelisk is the giveaway today. So you can get in on that. Now, and there's a skin in the monthly giveaway, which I'll be wearing today on, or no, that was last month. Sorry, we're drawing that today. Yeah, we have the Scope Syndicate skins, a set of 12 that I'll be drawing at some point today. The new one is one of those skill bundles. You notice little smoke puffs coming off my ship?
Warp drive active.
I haven't seen that before. Those brighter headlights. They've upgraded the headlights. On Blue, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, there it was, that little puff of smoke as I go through the gate.
Warp drive active.
Oh yes, it's the Shoot Me First skin. Yes. That's the Obelisk skin that we have for the giveaway today. And we're announcing the giveaways for last month today on the show.
Warp drive active.
Also, today and tomorrow are the last days if you want to get in on those Luminaire skins. They are in our store, ! Coupon.
Active.
Save yourself a little bit on them.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. Are there any shuttles that have more cargo space? Probably not. How long it takes to grow a beard? It's probably about 4 years length. I trim it though. Otherwise it gets too long.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Pop into a freighter. That is a really weird view. All right. So this is in the skins that were given away today. I'm doing the drawing today for last month. You can't get into it anymore, but this is probably the best looking one out of the whole bunch. Nice blue and gold. Yeah. So, all right. Now, I need to take a shuttle with me. So here's how I fly a freighter. Brick tank, nothing else. That's just the way I do it. And I know I could fly quicker. You know, this is a 47-second align. I can get that down to about 35. I can get that down lower if I have implants in and stuff, but I hopped out of my implant pod because I'm going to be flying into LOSEC. But I'm not going to fly in with this. I'm going to fly in with a shuttle. And I'm trying to think here. So like this shuttle right here, that's got 10. That's got 10. They're probably all 10. Yeah, they seem to all be 10 on the stuff. But what's the alignment on this? This is 1.5. This is also 1.5. 1.5. Yeah, so all the same. Now this is not. Is that a shuttle? Oh yeah, I guess it is. It has 10, 5, 1.5. Yes, it's the same. There's no shuttles that really have anything different. The inner bus has 20. All right. Yeah. Well, let's see here. What about the Boo Book? That's 10. $1.4 billion. Yeah, you're right. That one has 20. Ozzy doing well. How about yourself? All right, 1.4 billion for a shuttle. I think not. I think that's not going to happen. Okay, we're going to carry a shuttle with us. All right, we're setting the trip. About a really fast frig. I mean, I could take a leopard, but the leopards, yeah, they're going for 242 million right now. God, I should have held on to a bunch of those. I had a whole bunch of them that I got at 100 million. And then I sold them at like 125. You're in the hospital for over a month. Damn. Welcome back.
Warp drive active.
Lost the good light. Right. They fly slow.
Warp drive active.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Alright, just making a thumbnail.
Warp drive active. Over a screenshot here. We got time.
We're not going anywhere fast, right?
Warp drive active.
I love this skin. Somebody's gonna be winning one of these today. We got a dozen of the Scope Syndication skins from 2021. We're 2023 now. And yeah, this is one of them. Gonna be a fantastic prize for somebody. All right, one thing about space trucking is that if things look like they're heating up, like people are you know, preparing to gank you or whatnot, that you just park and go do something else. Come back later. You don't try and push through it anyway. Now, the way that I'm set up, I'm brick tanked, and so I've got the highest possible EHP out of any freighter on this, and so it takes extra resources, so it's less likely that somebody will try. Obelisks are already the hardest to take out. The easiest to take out. Hey, stop. Yeah. You see him back there? Yeah, he's back there behind the table like, stop!
Welcome to the Dragons.
That's leather. You're not allowed to scratch on that. All right. So, the Mimitar freighter. What the hell are they doing? Mimitar freighter. Let's see, Fenrir? Is that what it's called? Fenrir? It is the it is the fastest to line. It's also the lowest EHP. And so I used to run Fenrirs all the time because I liked the speed of them.
Warp drive active.
But I got killed a lot more in them. It's been a long time since I've lost an Obelisk. I'm sure I have before. But as I'm wiser and more patient, I'll just park up if there's trouble. Park and go do something else. Spray bottle with water. Yeah. We use a little bit different method that seems to work pretty much. He's just all wound up, and that's just where he happens to be at. It wasn't that... See, it's not that I don't want him sitting there. He can sit there. I just don't want him, you know, digging his claws into it. So we use a little bit different method where we don't... I might holler at him, but if there's still a problem, then I just pick them up and remove them. Put their focus on something else. Cats are very instantaneous in their thoughts. Like, it's whatever's right here, right now. and I don't remember what I did 10 seconds ago. So, you know, you go and squirt them with a bottle, or you know, swat them with a piece of newspaper or something like that. It just, they don't necessarily put it together. And he only has a half brain cell. He's really special. So makes it even worse. Now this character, I'm positive both Triglav and to Edencom. So yeah, dogs actually are smarter than cats in many ways when it comes to knowing what they're supposed to be doing. And then there's cats just don't care.
Warp drive active.
I have some other skins for this too. Let's see what I got. Here's the one we're giving away today. That's it right there. Ooh, let me get another. Build up some screenshots since it's slow. Come on, go ahead and get to warp. I want to see you get to warp. Be a nice picture. I've been working on thumbnails a lot more lately since I've been
Warp drive
posting
active.
these to YouTube, and I can put a nice thumbnail with it that's representative of it after the fact instead of before. Here's the buffet, which is nice blue. I don't even know if you can get this one anymore. I already have screenshots with that because that's what I've been wearing most of the time. Oh, and then Spirit. Ugh. I have this probably because I was forced into it. Yeah, not my cup of tea. All right, we'll change it back to the Scope Syndication YC122. Beautiful skin. This one. Yeah, that's like Mariner Watch. So tomorrow there's not going to be a show. Those of you on YouTube, this doesn't quite apply. Because there will be a YouTube video tomorrow. And the next day. I don't know. I got to figure out how to talk to both live and YouTube at the same time. Psychopane Gaming, thank you for the follow. Welcome. And Malouder, and crude. Boy, I didn't notice those other ones till now. Thank you all for following. Welcome. Anyway, tomorrow I get my fiber installed. So that makes me happy. Yeah. And so getting the fiber installed, I'll have 1 gig up, 1 gig down. So Psychopane, returning Eve player after 10-year absence. Wow, welcome back. That's a long vacation. If you need game time, exclamation point coupon, you can get it from us. If you're in Europe, you'll save even a little bit more beyond the coupon code because of the exchange rate right now. And so, yeah, so I've had fiber before. The house that we had in Wesley Chapel, so we had fiber for, I don't know, we were there almost 10 years. And yes, fiber was good. We moved out here. Well, I moved to Kissimmee, and the internet there was horrible. Moved out here, it's even more rural, and the internet's been better, but Comcast still has a lot of issues. And so now I'm getting fiber, 1 gig up, 1 gig down, and I'm gonna keep both for a little while because the fiber company is brand new out here. Just had the lines installed. Well, the lines were installed in like November. Just got through all the permitting and everything. We had to get an inspection from the Florida Department of Transportation because the fiber runs under the highway that's in front of our house. It doesn't look like a highway. It is, but it's designated a highway, and so it's a state road. And Florida Department of Transportation had to come out and make sure that there had been no problems from the installation before they would allow it to be turned on. That took a couple months right there. All right, so we're heading out to our first pickup, and then I brought a shuttle along so I can go into low sec and pluck stuff out. I'm in a clone that doesn't have anything in it, so that if I get popped, it's not a big deal. So. Also, folks, today and tomorrow are the last days for the Luminaire packages, and they're not expensive, and they have some beautiful skins in them. Today and tomorrow are the last days, so then that promotion is over. I'll show them to you here in a second.
Warp drive active.
This is the bigger pack, 1750. Comes with 400 plex, which 1750 is about equal to 400 plex in cost. So right there, you're getting your like even value, and then you get a boost cerebral accelerator. Okay, that's positive. 250,000 skill points, even more positive. And then you get all of these skins. That's a Cares, Catalyst, what is that? Is that a Nemesis, Brutix, Megathron, and I think that's called the Hubris? Hubris. Yeah, so there you go. And those skins are beautiful. These screenshots don't do them justice. It is one of my more favorite skin sets. So, anyway, it's pretty cheap, and the ones that you don't want, hold on to them for 6 months and then put them up for sale. That's what I do with my skins. I speculate on stuff, I hold on to them for about 6 months, and then I start putting them up for sale, and I do really, really good on the money that I make on them. So Christopher, you think it's because they're required to pay the fees and that's why it took so long? Well, whatever it did. Okay, so I can tell you, I had to make a request of our local government here. Something that I thought would be pretty simple, and it took 7 weeks. And a lot of prodding to get the request done. It was mostly just people ignoring me. And they're ignoring me because they probably have everybody else poking them too, because it's so slow. I'm in the running for the best beard on Twitch. Yeah, it goes even further. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I suppose if there was a contest for the best beard on Twitch, that I could feel confident entering it. I don't know that I have the best beard on Twitch. I was sad when Carnage, he decided to trim his beard. That's been a while ago. Yeah. Also, look up what was found at the White House this past Sunday. Okay, so that's your way of saying something about politics without mentioning politics? We'll leave it at that. Yeah. I did find it interesting that it is a violation of the terms of service in Twitch if I were to take payment from a politician for any advertising on my shows. I can have a game company, pay to have me play. I can't have, a politician on here and have received any money for that. Yeah, which is a violation. There's other things you don't get paid. Well, let's not go back heavy into politics. There's a lot of other laws around politics and advertising. But I just found it strange that Twitch made that distinction. So, anyway, yeah, you cannot run any political ads. And the first thought that I had was, well, that's good, because politics don't belong on here. But then there's Hassan, who politics and stuff. But when it comes to video games and stuff, we just run a politics free zone here, and that way we can all get along. Because in politics, there is always someone who disagrees. And so if I start spouting what my politics are, then I cement in a little bit better with some people, and I alienate other people. We don't need to do that. All right, here is Edencom. This will be proof, I think, that I've got Edencom standings. Interactions, and let's see, where is it? Triglaw +1, and I'm 0-0 with Edencom. At 0-0, they should not shoot me. I guess we're about to find out.
Warp drive active.
They are not targeting me. I'm fine. Yeah, you're disagreeing that it's not better to have political free. I know. All right, so this guy can go anywhere. I worked on him a little bit to make sure that he could, because otherwise these things here will light you up. They will definitely light you up, and they'll light you up quick. Now, 3 of them here, and how fast it takes me to get to warp, I actually probably could survive that. But then, have you ever had to pay to be repaired? So do you guys remember the one time when I got shot by the Knicks and I was in my Ansher and it was an NPC station, and so I had to repair before I left in case it happened again, and he got me down to half hull, and I think, if I remember right, it was around 800 million for repairs. People have different ways to disagree with you always. That's how human are. Yes. Well, they can disagree with the rest of me. But they can't disagree with my politics because they don't know it. They don't know what they are. Social media and stuff, I do not talk much about politics. Every once in a while I'll mention something, and it's usually not complaining about somebody. It's like, oh, I appreciate this. Yes, Citadel free repairs, but I couldn't undock at this place. I had to, I was in low sec, and there was a Nix outside waiting on me, and he had shot me once, and one alpha shot, he got me down to half hull, and that was scary. But it cost me hundreds of millions for the repair. That video's on my YouTube. Exclamation point YouTube, by the way. All the live shows go up there on the Markee Dragon one, and then I have IRL stuff on the Marcus Eichenberry one. We got 5 more jumps, and then I start looking at what I'm picking up. Basically what I've done is I've come out to the furthest reach of this region that I'm in, and this is just where I'm going to start with picking stuff up. And then I'll head back to Jita when I've got too much in value or I'm 100% full. Like gameplay videos are here. Like, that's a misspelling. That's the wrong word. Fix that.
Drive active.
I think next system is Triglov system. No, it's not. No. There's no Triglov systems up here. Actually, there is, but we're not going through it. All right, fix that command. It takes so long to get to warp. I'm like 48 seconds or something. I have a whole manufacturing base out here too. In fact, I should look and see. I have a bunch of jobs that are done. Man, I have not been paying attention to my manufacturing. Holy shit. That's 10 months ago is the last time I did any manufacturing. And I have a Tech 2 blueprint that I really should be, you know, using. Ugh.
Warp drive active.
Maybe I'll stop in there when I'm on my way back, finish up anything, and see if there's anything I should haul to market. I have a Tech 2 blueprint for ammo, spike ammo, and thing is so valuable. The blueprint is way more valuable than the amount of money I can make out of it. But manufacturing with it, it's still, you know, I can make profit all the time, but ammo manufacturing is slow, and so it's hard to make high volumes of money out of it. That blueprint alone is worth, I don't know, 100 billion, something like that. It's worth a lot. I have 2 Tech 2 blueprints. And I know I have 2, but I've misplaced one of them. Yeah, I don't know where it went. Which sounds pretty crazy. But I'm sure I've got it somewhere. I just don't know where. I don't know on which character. JEV assets for the win, yeah. Fire that up. I'll just have to do each count individually because I have so much stuff that I crash it. And even on this character, I don't know. I might have too much stuff. That's the problem I was running into, is that it wouldn't complete doing all the inventory stuff because it just like ran out of memory or something.
Warp drive active.
Guy's value, net worth, 553 billion. I don't know how much stuff that is. Yes, I have too much stuff. I have a lot. So we'll take a bunch of stuff to market. Who knows? You know, I deleted a couple of characters a couple years ago. Maybe it was sitting in one of their queues when I deleted them or something. You know, I got all their assets off of them and everything, but maybe I made a mistake along those lines. Who knows? Yeah, and I haven't been able to run JEV assets in a couple years now. I don't know, maybe newest version. Maybe they've resolved that problem for people who have an enormous amount of stuff. I should give that a try. All right, 2 jumps.
Warp drive active.
The Excel API? Oh, yeah. I deleted a couple tunes a couple years ago, Nick Paul. I just did delete one not too long ago, and I got another one that I'm ready to delete because I'm gonna move a couple of characters into some empty spots, and they were just characters I used for other stuff. Not a whole lot of skill points. Like the one I'm getting ready to delete has only 2.6 million skill points, and he's on an Omega account. I want to remove him and then put one of my high-skilled characters up in there that's on an alpha right now. Alrighty.
Warp drive active.
See what items I got here. Oh, I should have brought out stuff to sell. I have some Overseers stuff, and I just peeked in there, and there's some Overseer stuff there. I don't know why I didn't sell it. Maybe I had it transported out here by contract or something. Try using separate profiles. Well, that's what I was going to do, is not try and put all my characters in, just do one at a time. Right. Finally arriving at a station. Let's see what's in here.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. Stuff. See, there's some Seer stuff in here. You serious? We're at like 2.5 billion already. What have we got in here? It's worth so much. This right here. Drone navigation 705. Not really something that you carry around with you a bunch. Boy, that's quite valuable. There's a DED station. I could sell it out here. Think about what to do on that. Alright, so I've got some stuff out here. And here they buy these at this station. These here. I don't know why I didn't sell them before, you know. I think all the ones are purchased out here. They're not worth a hell of a lot. Ended up what, about 6 million from all of them or something? I don't know. It's not very much. Okay. Being picked up. Prepare. my shuttle.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
So I'm just picking up all little stuff. Some of the stuff, I think that there's some stuff that I'm just gonna have to put up for sale
Docking permission requested. Docking request
because the
accepted.
value of it is not worth the transport cost. This right here, I mean, 1.1 million. Ooh. Hello, Zeno.
Warp drive active.
Like, I think I have too much stuff here
Docking
in
permission
cubic meters.
requested. Docking request accepted.
In there. So it's worth 27 million. It's 8,300. It's not worth bringing, you know, the proper fitted ship to pick this stuff up. So I'm going to sell it on the cheap. All right, so that's a bit below market. It's above what people are saying they're paying. It's below this, so it should sell. I have some more here too. Next door. Yeah, I'm just Putting it up for sale here. Cheaper.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right. Couple more things here. Oh, I can't get it all? What? So that I can't get this because it's 25. Damn it. That worth 269 million. 170 million. People are paying 250 for it. Somebody else is trying to sell one here. All right. I'm gonna sell it. There is a wrong number in there. All right, so it says we have 91 million worth of stuff in this shuttle. It's probably 32 million, 39 million. All right.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
We're gonna drop this stuff off. Jump out to another system. I already picked up that stuff, but maybe not.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
This is working out okay for picking up stuff, I guess. Ooh, whole 247,000 worth of stuff there. Glad I stopped by.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
$4 million. All right, I'm trying to think here. I'm gonna do this. All right. See, there's some other items I'm gonna have to sell. They're not gonna fit into the shuttle.
Warp drive active.
Okay, somebody will get a good deal on them. I'll lower it by the amount that I'd probably have to pay for somebody to ship it out.
Warp drive active.
An Edencom system. No, this is a Triglove system. All right. Well, they didn't shoot me, so proof that my standings are good enough.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested.
Guns at this station.
Docking request accepted.
Alrighty. So, I've got some items here that are not going to fit into my shuttle. Wow.
Welcome, Elder Dragon. So, you think you're worthy of being a Markee Dragon subscriber? Duke isn't so sure of that.
Let's see here. Tanker gifted a sub to Fat Cat. All right. Look at that. How about 1,000 gold to everybody here in honor of that gift sub. Thank you, Tanker. Look at that, Fat Cat. Okay, so that's too big. It's 260 million. That's too big. 270 million. That's too big. It's 50 million. And that's... Can I get that? 19 million. 18 million. So I wouldn't mind. I mean, there's some value there. $633 million. Just debating on, I think I should pay somebody to run these out to Jita. Like, this is 20 million difference. $16, so another 10 million difference. So if I pay like 30 million to have this stuff transported, all right, courier. Tip 2. Pay 31 million. Have it transported. Collateral is going to be 650 million. Expiration 4 weeks, 4 days to complete. Yeah, see, that's a non. So that type of setup right there, you know, 4 days to complete. It's like it doesn't have to be there today. You know, so you know, try low sec buyback. No, I don't want to get into that right now. I know what you're talking about, but it's a pretty simple run. 18 jumps. Somebody run that. It pays okay. Somebody come in here in a cheap ship. My contract's already been accepted. I'm not going to bring it up and show who's running it, but somebody already accepted it. So, all right. I posted it in Hauler's channel, by the way. That's how I got picked up so quickly.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Right. God, there's hardly any here. We get 182 of them. Anybody buying this stuff out here? For 17 a piece. It's not worth very much. Put it up for sale. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's not like it's a moneymaker or nothing. There it is.
Warp drive active.
What ship is this? It's a shuttle. Hadari shuttle. And somebody undocked at the same time I did, and I think they went to the station, or to where I was going. Yeah, really?
Warp drive active.
That route doesn't look good.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be hauling this now, am I? $123 million. What does this mean? Order is based in a solar system in my current route. Oh, okay. Somebody's buying here. 5 jumps, region, 450. What's the problem here? Why doesn't it like my quantity? You can only sell, oh, some of them at this price. All right. Then I have some left over. All right. Oh, somebody's only paying 202. Fine. Take it all. There you go. You made money. More power to you.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
There's one titanium here. Somebody got a good deal. It's only a couple of items, but whatever. Cleaning it up.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive
All right.
active.
There we go. Got stuff back, sold some stuff, contracted some stuff to Jita. It's all good.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Package this. And there's 182 million worth of stuff. Right? I only consolidate stuff, and you know, I only go out and do this kind of stuff once every year or two.
Warp drive active.
I usually let it build up to where it makes it worth my time. And then a lot of times I'd be like, well, I won't even go to a station if it's not worth at least 100 million. But I think I'm just gonna get a lot of stuff cleaned up. Like this skin, yeah. So we're giving one of these away today with the monthly giveaway. We're drawing for June today, and this is in it. This is a great skin. Oh, it takes forever to get to work. Which disc do I have? $57 billion. Only dream of that amount? Well, I've been playing a long time. They did say that they were inspired by streamers, so I guess I have Markee to thank for the Obelisk one. Oh, maybe. They didn't tell me what their inspiration was or anything. This could have used some work, though. That's awful blue.
Warp drive active.
Rigged the monthly giveaway for Nick Paw. Yeah, well. All I can say is good luck. Welcome, Dragon turned you down.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Warp drive active.
Did the projectile rope work out? Yeah, I think so. We still gotta do some more work with it. Like, I gotta build another one. Yeah, for the other side looking so good on this skin, this side just looks so bad. It's just really kind of the same skin applied to a bunch of different ships.
Warp drive active.
This side's great though. Yeah, you know, we do need a higher detail go over on the ship too. The detail on some of this is... It's a big ship. Long trip.
Warp drive active.
This is where I have a bunch of jobs running too. Rain there, tanker. We could use some here, man. It's been really hot. My power bill's going over $25 a day for the AC. We're looking for what kind of trees we can plant to give us some shade, because it'll help reduce cooling costs.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Forgotten how slow the freighters are. Okay, so I have a box here called 2 Jita. Nothing in it. All right. Well, we're gonna put all this stuff in it, except for that. Like 2.7 billion worth of stuff. And then I got corporate hangars here, and let me finish these jobs. This one, can I fire up another job of it? So this is a Tech 2 BPO. Very rare. It's going to cost me 294 million to make this, and it'll sell for 528. It's a 30-day job, so it makes 250 million a month if you can keep it supplied and running. I'll look at that stuff later. But corporate hangars. I spit a lot of stuff out too. A lot of ore here. And ships. I have a lot of ore to be refined. Which, if I was going to do that, I would put in, jump into my clone that has the implants for that. Entanglement optimizer. All right, well, this right here. 2.1 billion worth of ammo. Been making a little bit of it. Okay, well, that's going to go to Jita 2. And then, what does this thing do? Upgrade increases maximum range of stasis webifiers. Warp scramblers by 3%. I think that should go to Jita 2. CPU management, we'll leave that in here as an extra part. All right. The rest of that stays here. I have, there's like 700 blueprints in here to build stuff. I have more here. You know, and I got a bunch of these. I just got to get the parts, you know. I probably built that other implant. It says 10 billion worth of original blueprints. When they're all researched up and stuff, they're worth even more than that. Oh, and then I have a shit ton of materials here, don't I? Wow, 50 billion worth of materials. I should really get in my manufacturing again. I mean, seriously, 50 billion worth of materials sitting here, all this stuff going on. A blueprint. It's 1018. Let's see here what it costs to build. Are you serious? 8 billion? Oh wait, how many is it? 4. And it'd be worth 8.3 billion? See, there's a problem there. Like finding 50 billion down the back of the sofa. Yeah, and that's all in the corporate stuff, so it doesn't show up under any of my characters. So right now, 2.1 billion. God, the market on these is not very good right now. And I don't think that if I put 2% more on this, it's not going to get me down below 30. So there's no sense in doing any more speed on it. Because see, right now it's right at the spot where it got one more. If this were see right there. Yeah. Right, well, I think that one's done researching. So Let's go ahead and I'm going to fire up some more research jobs. Current station research. Okay. $131 days. $131 days. $209 days. It won't let me start that long of a run. $218 days. Woo! $218 days. All right, got 6 going there. Start that. Do that, huh? All right. All right, one more I can do. Here we go. So, Tanker, if you buy yourself an original of the blueprint, how much are they? They're 4 million. And then you can research it up, get it up on the material efficiency first here, and then worry about speed. But you can get the material efficiency up and you can start using it. Make yourself ventures if that's what you want to do. So yeah, or you can look for them in the in contracts, and so if they are 4.4 million here, then about 8.8 million if they're fully researched on both. So won't take you, you know, and then you have an original, and you can make as many as you want. That one's done. That one's done. These are big ones here too that have finished up. These are like, see, that's 200 million just blank. So it's worth about 400 million now. This is 1.5 billion blank, and now that I've fully trained it up, it's worth about 3 billion. All right. There's only 2 things here left to research for later. And auto-targeting missiles. I don't even know why I have those. Why do I even have those? I don't even know. Who uses auto-targeting? All right, go pick up a couple more things.
Warp drive active.
Shosendar.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So, Thursday, we're gonna do a game you've probably never seen before. It's gonna launch soon. I'm not associated with it in any way, but we're just gonna do something different. I just am enjoying like maybe doing something different once a week, and gonna do the game called Derail Valley Simulator.
Warp drive active.
It's a train simulator.
Docking permission requested.
Go
Docking
down.
request accepted.
Be able to pick this up. It's too big. See how much it's worth. 30 million. People are buying them for 120. $20 million. Sell it. Somebody will buy it. They'll be like, oh, for an extra 10 million off, yeah, I'll go into low sec. Or they won't pay attention to where it is and be like, oh, it's the lowest price, it's what I'm buying. That's my thought process on that.
Warp drive active.
So the giveaway today is a skin for the Obelisk. And pretty nice one. We'll give that away near the end of the show.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Oh, that wasn't very much stuff. Okay. Well, let's see if I make it out of here. This is 219 million worth I got in my cargo hold. There's something that's valuable in there. There we go. No bombers at the gate. I'm good. In a shuttle? Well, yeah, because I'm being cheap.
Warp drive active.
I'm being very disposable. I actually didn't know that there was 219 million worth of stuff in there. Most stuff I've been picking up, but most of, you know, I'll be 10 or 20 million, which is not a very big loss if you lose it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
This here is my corporate home station. And what in here is worth so much? Probably these logistics cruisers, 121 million. Capital Shield, 30 million. 20 million on scientific networking. Yeah, I have some skill books out here. All right, so to Jita, I've got 5.8 billion. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out doing that run. Stuff here. This will be like a regional thing, and I'll probably run that stuff in like a DST or something like that later. I want to keep the value down on it. I know that there's one item in there that's 2.5 billion just for a single item, so you know, come back for that stuff. If you gank my shuttle, would I take your mod away? Absolutely. Absolutely, you wouldn't be able to catch me.
Warp drive active.
Oh, Sorry, I'm not flying the shuttle anymore at the moment. It's a game of wits. All right, while we're flying, let's do the giveaways for the monthly for June. There's 2 giveaways. There's one for Dual Universe that is a 3-month subscription. And then the other one is a set of 12 skins, including this, that includes this one. This is one of the 12. That's the best prize. I don't know how much it's worth on all of that, but I suspect quite a bit. It's definitely in the billions. It's probably somewhere between 5 and 10 billion worth of stuff. Thank you, Dirk. All right, so let's get the Dual Universe one out of the way here. So, and this is for last month. You can't get in on it this month. There is a new monthly up for Eve, which you can get in on. ! Giveaway. All right, congratulations on the Dual Universe 3-month sub to Mindless. Mindless is the winner. I don't know if Mindless is here or not, but if you are, check your email. You'll find that contained within. And then the next one is the really big one. Let's see, it has the Abaddon, Astero, Caracal, Gila, Mauler, Megathron, Procure, Raven, Rupture, Tempest, Vedmak, Vexer. Oh, it does not have the Obelisk in it. The Obelisk is in the other set. Sorry, it doesn't have this one in it. I have another set which I've not done a giveaway setup on it yet. How do you participate? ! Giveaway. You can get in on the next one. These are already, the entries are already done. These were ended on the last day, last minute of the month. So.
Warp drive active.
All right, so this one is still a very, very nice, set. Worth billions and billions. All right. Congratulations on this one to... They want me to say this out loud? I mean, I can. They say that their in-game name is Nobody's Bitch. So Nobody's Bitch, you win. All right. That's what it says their in-game name is. So there we go. And that is sent off to them. All right. That is probably one of the best prizes in here, you know? All right. So. Yep. Well, it just goes to prove that anybody can win. And I don't even have a clue whether or not they are a customer or they just got in a free entry. That doesn't make any difference to us. The entry is an entry. You don't have to be a customer. Don't have to have sent us any money for any reason. This is such a long trip. Man. Good thing I'm friendly with Edencom. Otherwise, they'd murderize me right here.
Warp drive active.
So, and then we still have one giveaway, which is for the Obelisk skin. It's not this one. It's, what is it? The Interbus one, I think. And, so, that one will draw at the end of the show. Inner Zone Vanguard. And the Obelisk, in my opinion, is the best freighter for anti-ganking. The Jump Freighter 2. I started out the show today in a Jump Freighter. I haven't done any Jump Freightering in quite a while. Actually, I haven't done any since they made the changes where you have to use industrial sinos, where they split all the sinos up. But I did fly my Ansher today to bring it into high sec from low sec. So it's parked in, of all places now, Udema. I know, the worst place for a jump freighter in high sec, Udema. That's where it sits. Is that the closest to Jita? It might be. It might be. I'm not sure though. For some reason I didn't do the last jump last time I flew it. Probably because I was doing it on the show. And I didn't want to get ganked coming into high sec. That's the most likely answer. A Fenrir.
Warp drive active.
Fenrirs are awesome, but they do not have any tank. You saw this earlier? Yeah, so somebody's jump freighter, 18 billion loss. The only drop was 714,000. See, he's completely cargo expanded out here. What the hell was he doing? And how do you get popped at Jita like that? You think he was coming inbound? Oh, he was at this gate. He was going inbound to Jita. See, he was flying it in. That is so dumb. That's not what you do. You go and you get out of your ship at the first high-sec station. And then you go and get your other freighter. And then you do that. And if he was being bumped, he should have had a Sino waiting. It was ready. Fire and go.
Warp drive active.
Not a customer here. Something's going on with my camera. Oh, it's running on battery power. What? I didn't know that. When the battery's about to die, it has a red flashing light on the front of it. I had problems with my camera this morning where it just wasn't acting right. So trying out the new Lancer camp in Tama? No. Is there a camp going on there right now with Lancers? That sounds interesting. My goodness, a long pilot in to the dock. Good thing I'm not in trouble.
Docking request accepted.
It's worth 4,000 disc. Oh my. Wow.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Warp drive active.
Okay. And Root Brat, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I know. I'm just doing a cleanup of everything. Get it all clean, then collect everything again in a couple of years. All right. Well, today is a little shorter show than normal. So let's do final call on the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway. Get in on that. And shall draw on that. You can't register on the website. Sorry to hear that. In my free time. Yeah. Well, right now, I got a lot of projects going on. We dock up to this next spot, we'll do the draw. So a couple minutes.
Oh yeah, another dragon boarding the train. All aboard? Choo-choo.
Theorex, 92 months as a thub. Wow, 6,440. Buddy here in Theorex's honor. Thank you, buddy. There are people for that? Oh, the projects? Yeah, they can't do these projects. Super secret projects. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to tell you all about this one.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, there are some things where you just don't give away the secret sauce, you know? I have to get this one proven and super cemented in before I tell anybody about it. Get it to the point where people wouldn't be able to replicate it. So we're looking at many months. All right, one more jump here. So we're just about ready to do this draw, and it's for the skin for the Obelisk. It's not this one, it's the Inner Zone Vanguard, which is what, yellow and orange? Something like that. Yeah, that one right there. Right, this is another pithy little pickup.
Warp drive active.
Anyway, that's what we're about to draw on, that skin right there. This one looks a lot better on the back end. And that other one is just, it's unfinished on the back end is what it is. Front looks great. Back, not so much. So I have about 100 billion worth of stuff to pick up, and I've picked up around 5 billion of it so far. Yes, Bernard, we did the June raffle already, and so if you were the winner, you would have an email from us right now. Let me post all the previous winners on our website. These will be posted in the next couple of days. We have years and years and years worth of winners list on there. I think when I looked at it, it goes back to like 2013 or something like that. Yeah, the winner was nobody's bitch. That's what he said. Those are not my words.
Docking
It
permission
was theirs.
requested. Docking request accepted.
All right. Yep, that was a big pickup. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Yeah, it seems I have a little bit of these sitting around. Wow. All right. Well then. All right, let's do the drawing for this the skin here. And Christopher, no, I've never had it successfully challenged. I mean, I've never had anyone challenge us to where it became a problem. All right. So, this is for the skin that you see right here on this ship. The Obelisk, it's the inner zone. Let's see here, I got an error in my system. Give me just a moment here.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Just fixing this real quick. So, this is the skin that we got right here on the ship. If you are the winner, I'll read off your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you put in there. If you didn't put in your put in one of those, I'll read off your real first name and just last initial, so that you remain anonymous, but you still know who you are if you hear it. And then the winner's going to get an email. It'll say something like Obelisk skin name winner. And the title, it'll actually be a reply to the email you got confirming your entry. And then it'll have the code in it, and it'll have how to redeem it and everything. And yeah. So, no, I don't still play UO. All right. So, congratulations to Zivan Shally? Zivan Shally. I'm probably not pronouncing that quite right. But Zivan Shally, you are the winner. Looks like that entry came in about an hour ago. So, all right. Congratulations on that. All right, everybody. So, no show tomorrow because I'm getting my fiber installed. And then Thursday, I think we're going to do a different game that's not Eve, that you've never seen before, called Derail Valley. And I'm doing it just because it's fun. I don't have any association with them or anything. And so I will see you all on Thursday. And so y'all have a great day.